He instant headshots him and wins the round. And I just don't understand how he can be so calm, have such good aim.
What is the greatest individual play in CSGO history?
For me, the best individual play in like Counter-Strike history recently, I think I'll just go like with Cold against us, the jumping double, just because of how like iconic a moment it was. It sucks because it was against us, but it was the first thing that kind of shot out to me of how big it was. It was gonna be like the moment that kind of like changed them winning like the major. Because I think that if that didn't happen, then we would have just like taken it. And I think that we would have won in the finals as well. So like it was a big thing for like Brazilian CS and for like their team. So I think it started all for them.
I mean, Simple has some crazy clips, right? But I can't really think of one right now. He's got too many. But something else that comes to mind would have to be Chris J's ace against Liquid. I think it was like I Am New York 2018 or something like that. He had that ridiculous AWP ace, and it might have been 1v5. I can't remember now, but it was like an ace in like 5 to 10 seconds with the AWP, and it was absolutely insane, especially in a grand final. So, yeah, I'll give it to Chris J. That was ridiculous. Yeah.
I think the greatest play in CS:GO history would have to be Code Zero against Liquid on Mirage B when he was doing the jump shot with the AWP. I think they were down a lot, and the jump shot that he got with the AWP, the collateral, and obviously I think he got 2 more kills after that. But I think it was one of those moments where they were losing. He made an insane play, and just because of this insane play, they had a huge momentum, and they were able to get the comeback. Obviously, Liquid lost that game. So I think it's one of the moments where obviously they got really hyped up just because of that insane moment, and they were able to do the comeback and win the series.
I would say the Code Zero jumping 4K, even though he was abusing a bug that shouldn't have been in the game because CS is shit and he was abusing it. Yeah, that one was fucking wild, man. Like, but there's so many clips, and that's the only one that comes to my mind right now. Yeah, I would say that one. But if we're just talking of just craziness, Hiko won a 1v5 from Quad on Cash. I'm not sure if you've seen it. And he's 1v5 Tech9 no armor and wins the round against like Shazam, Rush, and stuff like this. Like, it was super long ago, but that round was mind-blowing as well.
I have 2, if that's fine. I have the Colsera one at the major with Luminosity, where he does the jump up, of course, in Mirage. And then I also, even though this was against me, there was the Nico 5 Deagle, like 4 one-taps on Cash. That was unbelievable in the EliGE. So I think both of them are especially the Colsera one because it's so memorable, and then the Nico one because, you know, it never left my mind, you know.
The first thing that came to my mind was the Cold Zero at Mirage B, the jumping shots and no scopes, and yeah, I actually just rewatched it, and it's pretty sick. So I gotta say that.
I would say probably Clutch. Like, I saw Refresh from Heroic yesterday. He clutched 1v5 against Team Liquid on last round. If they lose that round, Heroic will be lose 16-14, but he managed to make it to overtime, and Heroic won after that because he clutched 1v5 with the Galil. I don't think it's possible to do that, but somehow he done that.
The greatest play in CSGO history, I think I will give it to Coldzera and the jumping kills against Liquid in the, I think it was the Cologne Major, if I'm not mistaken, where he has his graffiti as well. So that must be the greatest play. I mean, it was so important. I think SK was down 59 or something, and he did those insane shots jumping up. So that must be the greatest. It made them come back and win the game. So yeah, for me that's the greatest play if you take the important part of that play.
If I had to pick one, which I think is like, this is the best individual in terms of like skill, in terms of setting, everything, I think it's the Chris J 1 versus 5 versus Na'Vi on LAN. The one on Train, where he is like, yeah, I had to legit message him after that and ask how it was even possible, because he's like winning so many duels, and I think duel number 3 is versus Simple, and he's like, instead of spraying, he's like almost one-tapping slowly at his head, and then for the number 4, he is like one-tapping the guy instead of like taking a safe spray or something like that. I don't know how you can be so calm in a 1-on-5 possibility to win on land versus the best team in the world at the time, probably. And then for the 5th duel as well, I think it's versus Electronic. He's like on default, fake defusing the bomb, and Chris J has a Molotov. And instead of like throwing the Molotov on the bomb and like pushing with that or something, he's just pushing to take the duel. He instant headshots him and wins the round. And I just don't understand how you can be so calm, have such good aim, be so willing to take duels when there are people everywhere. And I think just like in terms of individual skill, in terms of like everything added into one, to me that is the greatest individual play of all time.